Hey folks, today on Crossing South, we hit the beach town of Rosarito and some of its tasty offerings. Coming to you right now. The ocean waves are crashing by. The Baja coast they beautify. A businessman knows what to do. Make a hotel and a restaurant too. You know, one of the places that is one of the landmarks in the Rosarito coastline has to do with the legend of how California was discovered. It's a place that bears the name of Calafia. And it's a rocky, craggy corner in the coastline of Rosarito that has restaurants, it has views, it has history, and the guy that runs it is the guy we're standing right next to me right now, Conrado.
Hola.
Nice to meet you, my
friend.
friend.
How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Conrado, talk to me about Calafia. What's the history of this place?
You know, it's a really neat story. A couple of historians from the local university, they discovered this map.
Okay.
Where it actually pointed out what was like the first division line, borderline between California and Baja California.
Okay.
It was said to run straight down, straight down from our property, from the point of the mountain, just straight down to the water.
You're kidding.
So that changed everything. That was a game changer totally. And then that's why, all
so
the
So
facades.
this was the limit of Alta California?
Exactly. This was like the first borderline, It was where the Franciscans had to, start doing their missions, and then the Dominicans on the other side.
Oh,
it was, it was like a starting point. You guys go north.
Yeah,
we'll go west.
you'll get San Diego.
Exactly.
We'll get
something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so when you discover this is the 80s, right?
In the 70s, it was sort of like a trailer park because that was pretty much what everybody else was offering. And then we started to do our own restaurant bar. Let me just tell you a little bit about the boat because it's actually a neat story. We had to do that boat as a replica of the 500 years when Columbus came over.
Really?
That was the reason why we did that boat.
Yeah. Christopher Columbus's boat isn't the only surprise you'll find here. Welcome to the Titanic. The famous film Titanic was shot in this town, and in some ways, the film never left. Calafia inherited a lot of the props and sets from the film. It has become a crusty little museum of sorts. When you see the attention to detail in many of the props, it gives you an extra appreciation of the work on the silver screen. It's interesting to see not only the history of the movie, but the actual historic event described in newspaper articles. Quinta Calafia is an interesting complex, including a restaurant, hotel, and event venue. But to be honest, it has seen better days. It could use a little TLC. But with the Baja culinary scene exploding, it is experiencing a revival.
So Cocina Silvestre is like our little project. It's the first of its kind in Rosarito. It's a farm-to-table, organic, fresh. Everything is, either from the garden to your table, from the dog to your table. We change our menu every month. We're totally focusing on whatever's fresh for the season. So I know that you know this, that it's like a huge culinary movement in Baja.
Yes.
In Rosarito, we want it to be,
part of it.
Part of it. We want to be like the first trying to do things really, really well. To us, everything should be part of the experience. So, the view is part of it, the crashing waves, the music. We usually have like live jazz on the weekends. Apart from the restaurant, we're definitely hoping on putting together the first jazz club in Rosarito.
Oh, really?
on the other side of the restaurant. So that should be fun. And of course, the food. We try to keep it as simple yet as complex as possible.
Okay.
Everything is fresh. We don't try to toy around much with the product itself.
Okay.
But we do put like a very interesting type of combinations and presentations and different techniques.
Does it have a name, the style of cuisine?
Well, no, it's farm to table and a bit of the Baja Med movement.
Okay.
You will find some,
a little bit of
some
that.
Mexican influences in our cuisine, even though it's not like a Mexican restaurant.
Right.
With the culinary movement and the wine industry and the artisanal beers, craft beers, we're now getting like a different type of clientele.
Correct.
They are looking for this. They are looking for an experience more than just having like a nice meal.
Right.
So we're focusing on that, and hopefully it'll be a fun evening. Tonight we're doing, our wine pairing dinners. It should be a lot of fun.
All right. You mind if I try some of the stuff today?
Brother, be my guest. Bienvenido. Buen provecho.
It's Conrado, folks, here at Calafia. It's Silvestre cuisine, and we're gonna go to try this stuff, folks. People seem to be very excited, very happy, and we want to be part of that fun. It's Crossing South. Don't go anywhere. In an effort to be relevant in a region already bursting with flavor, they are constantly organizing culinary events that showcase endemic products of Baja with a truly breathtaking seafront view. As the waves crash into the crags below the Calafia complex, I imagine how delightful tastes will crash into my palate as I soar to new heights of deliciousness. Events like this are wonderful for all the right reasons. People who make their way to an event like this already have a positive mindset. No politics, no preconceptions, just goodwill toward a wonderful region. And this region rewards those who visit it with what? Hospitality, warmth, and an ecosystem with such wealth that it makes cooks into chefs and chefs into rock stars every single day. It's such a pleasant environment. It has no boundaries. So it's a nice showcase as to how astonishingly we have been endowed to savor the endless combinations of flavor and spices this planet can provide. Baja is a microcosm that perfectly exemplifies that limitless potential. We leave Calafia savoring and looking for more. I'm coining this phrase, renew or re-die. I don't know if it exists already or not. But folks, with Baja being so hot and people searching for new experiences, some of these places that already exist in prime locations are starting to renew what they're offering. And nowhere is that more true than where we're standing right now, which is the Tsuneo Beach Club. Now this place is a little older hotel, modest accommodations, but around it they built this beach club that is something to behold. So we're gonna see the food that this place has and also just the setting that this place has. So let's go and research that right now. It's Crossing South, folks. So the Tsuneo Beach Club is a revamped section of a hotel called Castillos del Mar, Castles of the Sea. Now that hotel is pretty old. Would not recommend it. But the common areas, they look like they would be super cool for a wedding, brunch, or anything. I mean, look at it. Just surrounded by the waves.
And we have dolphins, and killer whales come down here.
What?
Yeah, seriously.
Killer whales?
Killer whales.
No.
Yeah, the sunsets here are amazing.
Right. All the ions coming from the ocean. You're all ionized. That's a great place to work for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm having an amazing time.
Talk to me about the beach club, the Tsuneo Beach Club.
Yeah, the beach club. Well, basically, what you have here, it's an exclusive beach.
Okay.
Where once you pay for your room, you get included.
Okay.
Or you can pay like an annual quote,
Right.
$100 a year, and you get your towels, tus camastros.
Your beach share, basically.
Yeah, exactly, all the set, and you get a little bit of discount on the bar menu and the restaurant menu.
But somebody just shows up, they can just eat here and have access to the beach too.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Exactly.
Well, let's get to see your place. The revamped, hip-looking Tsuneo Beach Club they created is a thing worth going to. Oh, this is nice. So somebody comes here.
You didn't expect it, huh?
Yeah, exactly. This is crazy. Wow. This is really good.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice little beach. So it's an exclusive beach.
Exclusive
because
beach,
it's kind of protected, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
The only access is through the hotel or some of those homes that have stairways down.
The idea of being with family here is that you can be having lunch right here.
Yeah.
Your wife, your husband.
Of course.
And you can see your kids right there on the beach playing
Yeah,
around. You know, you don't have to worry about them. It's really clean. We clean the beach every day.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm normally excited about the food, but now you've got me excited about where I'm eating the food. So
yeah, man, you can't beat the view.
Exactly.
You know?
So I'm ready, man. I'm ready to taste the stuff. Let's see what
right.
let's see what Tsuneo Beach Club here has to offer, and you get an idea of the cuisine available with this amazing experience and view. So pretty nice place. I'm glad we came. It seems to me like the perfect setting for a date, a family outing, hanging out with friends, you name it. But still, I have to see the job through. The order of business is still at hand. This guy, look at what he brought. He brought these, the slider, these burgers, man, these mini burgers. Like nothing but meat, the best stuff. Don't have anything but salt, literally, to mess with it. But all the condiments on the burger are pretty cool. Tomato marmalade, pickled onions, cucumber aioli, melted cheese. He's got these deep fried fries that he just literally tears off of the potato. So give them this unique shape and look. And as for the butter buns, which is what these are, they're all mine. So, holy smokes. The marmalade, the tomato marmalade looks really good. Oh man. I don't know, it's the beach. It's the experience. It's the super comfortable, peaceful, ionizing beach club. And these rockin' slider burgers, man. You check them out. These are bomb. These are so good. So far, so good, my friends. Let's try his fries. His deep fried Gorgonzola. You know, it's a simple menu they have here. You know, they're not going to overcomplicate things. It's comfort food. It's fried food, deep fried chimichanga. It's basically a fried burrito. Fame aioli. It's got the shrimp in there, garlic shrimp, cucumber, Monterey Jack cheese. It's called exhaust smokes. So. The setting enhances everything. I mean, I could be eating McDonald's here and I'd be happy. But of course, this stuff is much better than that. Simple menu, simple food, simply delicious. Rosarito has one of the largest communities of expats in all of Mexico. And some of them are just bound to bring their own ideas and entrepreneurial endeavors to this young community. You know, folks, the local population has been creating a better food offering for Baja and Whole, but they're not the only ones. There's also people from the States who are retiring here and seeing opportunities, gaps in foods that are not available, or maybe just improving a product. And one such place is the place I'm in right now. It's Ollies Pizza. And the owner is the gentleman right here next to me, this guy.
Jorge, how are you? Good to see you.
Likewise, Richard. Richard, tell me your story. How'd you end up in Baja? I hear you're from like the East Coast, so that's a long ways to be.
Born and raised in Middletown, New York.
Wow.
Foothills of the Catskill Mountains. 80 miles northwest of the city. Most of my adult life, though, was spent in the state of Maryland and in Arizona. And I've been in the mortgage banking business for about 30 years.
Mortgage banking. Well, that's a totally different industry from where you're at right now.
Totally. I retired, about 9 years ago.
From that industry?
And from Phoenix.
Okay,
and
so you had already moved a little bit closer to the West Coast.
Correct. And so I moved here for the weather. And I got bored in retirement. and I couldn't find pizza that I liked. So I decided that I was going to learn how to make pizza.
You're kidding.
So I started to read about it. I hired a consultant.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you went scientific on this.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And then I said, okay, now I know how to make pizza.
Right.
It's just me and my dog Ollie. And so
That's the name of the restaurant.
That's the name of the restaurant.
Okay.
And I said, well, maybe I can provide employment for people and keep myself busy.
Tell me about your pizza. What did you find in your research? Because you approached this in a very cerebral way. What did you find? I mean, what is necessary, without giving away your secrets, of course, but what is basically necessary to make a good pizza?
Well, first of all, I found out it's not rocket science, okay? If you have good product and good refrigeration, that, it's possible for anybody to do anything. And so I get my flour comes from Italy. Okay, it's the same flour they use in Naples, rather.
You're kidding.
Right? No, I'm not kidding.
So people here are experiencing to a degree, an authentic Italian pizza, right?
That is correct.
What are your friends? Do you have any relatives?
I have no friends. No.
Any people back home, like what do they say of Richard making his life now? Because I assume that your family or whoever you're related to is probably still back near Maryland, right?
That is correct.
So,
that is correct. In fact, they're here visiting me today.
Oh, they are?
Right, they're down here.
So
today.
what do they say? Now that they're here, do they get it or?
No, they definitely get it. Oh, they definitely get it, and I think they're jealous.
It is a byproduct of watching
right.
someone cross out.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Exactly.
Well, Richard, you're a very funny guy. I think you could be a TV personality all your own.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming.
And we're getting ready to taste this guy's pizza. So you'll see what his research has materialized into. It's Crossing South, folks. Stay with us. Oh, boy. Oh, no. I'm messing it up. Oh. It's not so good. It's not so bad. I'm sorry. I'm slaughtering this. I'm slaughtering the dough. He fixed my mistake. Thank you, Alvaro. Okay, make sure. It's a tomato sauce. Tomato sauce here. I want to take the opportunity to apologize to the Italian community for such a horrid impersonation. Mozzarella. Oh my goodness. Ollies pizza. Make sure you get the pepperoni pizza. Wow, look at this. He's saying that they don't count the pepperoni. They do not hold back in the amount of pepperoni they'll put on your pizza. Like, it's already overflowing and I'm not done. Yeah, this is my kind of place, definitely. I know it's your kind of place too. Oh dear. Can you see the cheese? I dare you to find the cheese. I dare you. We have blotted out the sun with pepperoni. I think it's happening. Oh dear.
Pepperoni pizza.
Oh my goodness. So apparently their most famous one is like their typical pepperoni, which like you saw is just engulfed in pepperoni. Oh my goodness, I'm actually excited over this. Look at this, folks. Look at this. This is going to be so interesting. I hear it's rude to put spice on something before you try it. So as a courtesy to Richard and to the chefs, to the pizza makers back there, I'm just going to try it as is. Oh dear. Look at this, folks. Oh my goodness. If I told you how phenomenal this was, would you believe me without even really tasting it? What can I say? You know, it tastes fresh. It tastes, you know, the tomato sauce tastes like tomato sauce, not like some paste, you know, some artificial paste. It actually tastes like tomatoes. You know, it's charred. You have like these charred pieces that give it this smoky flavor. And it's just not, it's not a fat pizza. It's a delicious, artisanal Italian-style pizza. Let's put some Parmesan now. Want a good pizza? Let's drive down to Ollies. Oh dear. Okay, so this is a sweet onion Gorgonzola with rosemary pizza. It's actually caramelized onions. So it's supposed to have like a sweet and salty kind of flavor. Oh my goodness. And look at this, folks. I mean, if you're thinking like you're getting like, look at how thin the crust is. That's how pizzas are in Italy. If you've never been. If you've been, you know this. But if you haven't, that's how they are. Unlike here, where it's like basically all bread and then you get some ingredients. That's how they are. So a pizza and like I said, I'm sorry if you know this already, but this is the Italian way. A pizza is an individual plate for one person, not some like a huge dish. So let's try this. This might have become my favorite. Wow, it has no meat on it, and it is amazing. Wow, this is a really good pizza. So this is like a calzone, like pizza dough, but filled with Nutella. With some powdered sugar on top, and it's basically a cooked pizza dough filled with Nutella. You may need a knife to try this because it's very powdery and it needs to be cut. They have their tiramisu, classic dessert. Oh my goodness. This is a very good tiramisu. This is real whipped cream and it's filled with berries. So I like to mix it in there. I like to really mix in the berries and the nectar the sweet nectar that they put underneath. Some sort of caramelized liquid. Oh, this is phenomenal. Really brings out the flavor of the berries. Some healthy food, quote unquote. These delicious berries, which I love. I'm partial to blueberries and raspberries and blackberries. Then you have your whipped cream, which is your dessert. Okay, so I'm gonna let you in a little secret. There's a dessert that they don't have on the menu here. Only the people in the know order this dish, this dessert. Now that you've seen the show, you're in the know. So if you ever come here, they have this little thing called lemon lust cookie. Let's see how it is. Oh boy. Oh dear. I'm telling you, I don't know about the name, but the cookie's pretty good. One of the many things you do when you cross south. We are happy, Jorge happy right now. We hope you enjoyed the show, folks. It's been Crossing South, and it's been great to be with you. Take care.
Rosarito is a small beach community, but it is not small on taste. The people and their flavorful intentions make it what it is, and we leave satisfied until the next time we cross south.
Like to know more about the places you've just seen? Maps, videos, podcasts, and more at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.